I watched the coronation of King Charles with interest for a whole bunch of reasons, but the commentators kept returning to the waning support of the monarchy. I was in a church service not so long ago, and the preacher was talking about the royal family in a not so favorable way, and a lot of congregants were visibly supportive of his negative attitude. They were shaking their head in disgust at the price tag of what they saw as something completely ridiculous. Some Canadians love all things royal. They've got a picture book on the coffee table and commemorative plates on the wall. Others just like the idea of Canada's relationship with the English monarchy. It's part of our history. It makes us unique, gives us a little class. But some people think that the whole business is just a royal waste of money. It puzzles me to find Christians in this latter category, which I am assuming includes all those head nodders in church. By my way of thinking, Christians ought to be monarchists, and I think C.S. Lewis would agree. Supporters of the monarchy point to the tourism dollars that it brings in. It also serves as a unifying force for national identity and unity and pride. It offers a sense of stability and continuity. It formally recognizes achievement and excellence, and it promotes the value of voluntary service. But even if you take all of these contributions off the table, the royal family still plays a significant role in reminding us of reality just by being royal. And Christians should live in reality, yes? One of the reasons why people question the value of royalty, indeed the whole aristocratic class, is because we are programmed to think that equality is an indisputable good. We have come to think of equality as a foundational truth and a desired end. And from these ideas flow the notion that democracy is the best form of government, and monarchy and democracy don't go together, and any whiff of aristocracy is a bad thing. But we would do well to remember Winston Churchill's quip that democracy is the worst form of government except for all the others. Sometimes democracy doesn't work very well at all, because it needs a citizenry that is good and wise, and people are usually neither, and it seems to me that they are becoming less so. C.S. Lewis agrees with Churchill. He says, "I believe in political equality, but there are two opposite reasons for being a Democrat. You may think all men so good that they deserve a share in the government of the Commonwealth, and so wise that the Commonwealth needs their advice. That is, in my opinion, the false romantic doctrine of democracy. On the other hand, you may believe fallen men to be so wicked that not one of them can be trusted with any responsible power over his fellows." So you see, Lewis believes that the value of equality and democracy is grounded not in creation, but in the fall. Democracy is like medicine, which is good because we are ill. Before the fall, we had a hierarchy. God was at the top, then human beings, and then all the created things. Although our culture seems to be forgetting this, it does not do for Christians to forget it as well. We are made for hierarchy, despite what the Declaration of Independence says about all men being created equal. Some have been given 5 talents, others 2, some just 1. The Bible seems to emphasize other things besides our equality when it comes to describing our relationship with other people. We are different parts of a body. We are interdependent. It makes no mention of equal. C.S. Lewis offers one sense in which we might be equal. The infinite value of each human soul is not a Christian doctrine. God did not die for man because of some value he perceived in him. The value of each human soul, considered simply in itself, out of relationship to God, is 0. As St. Paul writes, "To die for valuable men would not have been divine, but merely heroic. But God died for sinners. He loved us not because we were lovable, but because he is love. It may be that he loves us all equally. He certainly loved us all to death. If there is equality, it is in his love, not in us." In Western cultures, we accept as normative the virtues of equality and democracy. The "you are no better than I am" sentiment results in reluctance to submit to legitimate authority. The boss, the coach, the government, our parents. In recent years, we've decided that we will no longer accept medical advice from doctors. This sort of attitude can seep into the church as well. Here in North America, there is more and more refusal to submit to church leadership. There are denominations made up of autonomous congregations, and some congregations with no denominational affiliation at all. We don't like hierarchy, and maybe we don't like it too much. There is a benefit of the royal family and the aristocratic class that we often ignore. They ground us in reality. They are not just a symbol of a fated empire, but of a creational truth, that we are not, in fact, created equal. They remind us of the biblical truth that our value is not in ourselves, but in Christ's love for us. C.S. Lewis again. Monarchy can be easily debunked, but watch the faces, mark as well the accents of the debunkers. These are men whose taproot in Eden has been cut, whom no rumor of the polyphony, the dance can reach. Men to whom pebbles laid in a row are more beautiful than an arch. Yet even if they desire mere equality, they cannot reach it. Where men are forbidden to honor a king, they honor millionaires, athletes, or film stars instead, even famous prostitutes or gangsters. For spiritual nature, like bodily nature, will be served. Deny it food, and it will gobble poison. So the next time the monarchy is used as a negative example in a sermon illustration, or someone is slagging something like the coronation of a new king, maybe Christians shouldn't be so visibly in agreement with these sentiments. I'm just saying. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.